Hey.
That time you made it first, you've got all these skins on this thing.
Yeah. Hey, this has got cooking with gas, this is it.
Me and Dave's been working really hard on this.
Yeah, bet you are. Hi, this is video 263. Dave and Terry are cracking on in the last week fitting more skins to the portside NX611 rear fuselage. Keith's unbolting the last few stringers on NX611 port wing. Chris is making more wooden patterns for forming the aluminium frame for the nose section of NX611. Jacob tells me about his training course he's been on. Right, we'll start with Terry and Dave working on NX611 rear fuselage fitting the skins. I asked Terry a question. Why were these two skins short, the last two they put on, and they didn't go up to the trailing edge former? Well, they are single panels going up there.
If you come over here, look now. There's the ones we've been fitting, look. And there's that panel.
Why, what fits there? Why didn't take them to the...
I don't know.
Must be something that Morning, Chris.
Hey, up, you alright?
Yes, thanks, you.
Oh, very good.
Have you got that other one done? Completed?
That one. Yeah.
Oh, you got one painted, have you?
Yeah, I did that one.
This is the second one, the matching pair.
No, there's one in the paint shop being painted, which is the other one to that one.
Ah, that's the one, yeah.
Yeah, that's
oh, you've cracked on, haven't you?
Yeah, so there's the opposite side to that's in the painters. That needs to go in when Magic Mike turns up.
Yeah.
So I've just took the opposite side to this one out now, which is on the bench. So I better start getting some wood, making another former, set about it with the hammer again.
Yeah. When did you started off this morning?
Well, yeah, I've got to wait until they drill the hole to a certain size, then we go up to the next size, then I'll move there, swapping the grippers round.
I see. Hey, what, you've woke up now, have you?
Caught me laying down the job again, haven't you?
Down that stringer, in the middle of the panel, the holes are only inch apart. Where a skin overlaps, we get a ½ inch apart.
And the skins, look how the skins only cover 3 stringers.
Yeah, apart from that one up there. But Dave's getting all the holes at 3/32 now, and then when he's got all them drilled, he'll change his drill and we'll go to 8.
I see.
And as he goes through to 8, then I have to change all the plecos over as we go.
This is the frame, 332 drilled now.
If you look, we're all on copper or yellow fasteners here.
Yeah.
But they haven't been done to 8. And these are all at 332 apart from these, because the frame was already drilled at, that form was already drilled at 8.
Yeah.
So we've gone straight to 1/8 on that. But say, when Dave gets to the end of this, then it'll be time to sort of...
What, just these last few holes he got to do?
Yeah, there'll be some in the middle here,
Oh yeah.
some in there, but if you look, he's done them all inch there. He's just doing the 1/2 inch spaces at the top.
Yeah.
You go around that side.
Oh. Foliation. Oh, let me put my light on. Oh, hell high.
Right, that's the original thickness.
Yeah.
Right. And if you see there, that's what it's expanded to.
Yeah. You can see, yeah.
See all the layers?
Yeah, here.
Right. And you get hold of it and it just... all the way down, look.
And will you be able to produce?
And then once we get our machine, eventually,
Yeah.
we should be able to curve it.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's one thing anyway. So, with the amount of corrosion going onto this sheet, has it gone through at all, or is it just
Don't know. You won't know until you take it
take
off.
it off? Yeah.
But that's due to it not having any paint on it.
Yeah.
If you look at this side,
It,
it's
yeah.
got paint on it.
Oh, didn't paint
That
that.
side didn't have any paint on it. You can see up here where it's had paint on it.
Ah, yes, you can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You probably find with having no paint on it and having steel pop rivets in it,
Yeah.
just cooked away.
Completely gone down here, isn't it? All to get all
Oh,
the way
yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
It's just eating away.
Well, you can see how thin it is. It's there. Look, if you look in the hole, you've got about 1/16 of an inch.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll soon be breaking through, wouldn't it?
Yeah, not far off.
Yeah. You can see there how the thickness, as you say, there.
Yeah, that's the original thickness.
Yeah.
Surprising how far it actually grows, isn't it? When it starts to
Yeah.
exfoliate, how
Yeah.
wide it actually goes. Look, you can see there.
Yeah, very wide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because what's that, about 1/8 of an inch, and then that's gone to what?
What, half
Half
inch?
inch, yeah. Oh, I see, yeah, 3/4 inch one.
Yeah, and the 4 down the other end that are going across the rim. Yeah, that's how many I've taken out in the last 2 days.
They've all come from them, maybe.
Yeah. So the little one goes on the outside, and the bigger one goes vertically on the inside.
Yeah.
There's only one on that side, but there's 2 on each position on this side.
Yeah.
of the-
Will you use those plates again?
Yeah,
They look alright, don't they?
yeah. Probably replace all the bolts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the air ratchet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take them all out by flipping out.
that's what I was working on. Don't turn the brightness on.
This is Jacob back after a week's course on fabric covering.
Yes, so that's what I was covering, which is a Jodel elevator, which is a wooden aircraft.
Yeah.
So that's what we were covering. That's me applying the poly brush to the surface of the fabric. So you had to shrink all the fabric and tack it down, and then use a modelling iron to basically, to get the right amount of shrinkage.
Yeah.
And then apply this poly brush into the weave.
What about the wood? What about the wood underneath? Is that already treated, varnished?
Varnished, yeah. Yeah, it's already varnished.
And you enjoyed it, did you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'll see if I can find the finished product. That's the finished article there then. So, got all your finishing tapes, all your crimp tapes on there. And, yeah. So then it would go for more coats of poly brush, and then the paint would get added on top of that.
Did you finish the shrinking off, or do you have to leave it and apply?
No, we shrinked it.
Yeah.
We shrunk it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, right.
So that's hopefully in possibly doing the ailerons on the Lanc in a few years' time.
The ailerons, what else is there on the
Just the
Lancaster?
ailerons.
Just the ailerons.
Yeah, nothing else is fabric covered.
Yeah.
The early elevators were fabric covered, but ours is metal. So
because I did one on the Percival Proctor when Jack was here.
Yeah.
And he was doing the with a blow lamp, with a air dryer. He was shrinking the fabric with air.
Yeah,
and
you shouldn't do that really.
He told me he was taught to do this in the wrap. And
Yeah,
he said,
well,
I've never used an iron.
No, I was taught never to use the heat gun.
No, just 2 tenths in certain places.
You have no control, whereas if you've got a calibrated iron and you set it to the right temperature, so with that stuff I was using, the polyfiber system, if you set your iron to 250 Fahrenheit, the material shrinks 5%, and then you whack your iron up to 350 Fahrenheit, it will shrink a further 5%, so you know exactly how much shrinkage in the material you're going to get. Whereas with the heat gun, you can't control because you've got the gun at different
temperatures.
And,
was I used to model aircraft. We used to pin the wings down so they didn't warp when we doped them. So when you shrank it, was the tail plane fastened down anyway?
No, it wasn't fastened down. The structure.
So didn't it move the structure?
The structure was all glued together because it was a complete assembly, whereas when you were doing your model aircraft stuff, you were gluing it up when you pinned it, but when you cover it you have to take it off the board to cover it because otherwise the pins would get in the way. Do you know what I mean? So when I shrunk it as you would with torquing up bolts on your car wheel, did it in like a star formation, so you sort of evened out the tension.
How about the underside and the top side and the underside? Did you shrink all one side, the top side?
No, so it did like a little bit on one side and then a little bit on the underneath on the opposing hand, if you know what I mean. And worked it that way.
And it didn't move at all? You didn't find any? No,
it didn't warp. No.
Oh, well done, sir. So you thoroughly enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah, good, right, thanks Jacob.
Cheers.
When's your next one?
Not sure. Don't know right now. But
good, thanks Jacob.
No worries. Cheers now.
And what are you working on, the wing?
Yeah, I'm working with Keith and John on the wing. I've been taking out nitrogen and pipes and electrical conduit the last couple of days after I finished taking the last couple of skins off last week. There's one more pipe to come out, but it's going to be really tough to get out because all the nuts are seized, so I'm going to have to drill through the nut and take it off completely that way. So it's going to be interesting.
Good, yeah. Right, thanks Jacob.
Cheers now.
Good morning, eh?
Hello, you don't come on Thursday.
I know. It's like assembling a new unit, isn't it, altogether?
Yeah, really, yeah. It's all that.
It looks really good when it's like this.
It's all new bits, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite soothing, to be honest. So, what have we done since we saw you last? We started on the superstructure. Yeah, so
Yeah, you haven't put the ring on yet to see underneath.
no,
There's
that's
one with the teeth in.
Yeah,
You know that ring, I know it would never wear the teeth out, but could you, say a tooth broke,
Oh yeah.
could you spin it halfway round and use the other half? Because it never spins more than 180 degrees, does it?
No, it doesn't, does it?
No.
I don't know. I imagine they just put another one on.
Yeah.
Because you can change the gear ring. You can take the gear ring off the mag alloy thing. The gear ring's obviously steel.
Yes, it's separate
But
unit.
you can separate them. It's held on with dozens and dozens of little 4BA countersunk screws, which are all peened. So and so I would imagine if there was a problem with it, then we just.
But there again, it would never wear out the amount of life it
had. And also even if it did, I don't think you'd even notice because it was it's sort of buried, isn't it?
It usually, when I was on doing gears, it had to engage 3 teeth all the time. 3 teeth were pushing or pulling, whichever it is. It never had just 2. It was always 3. So there was 3 teeth. So it passed. If one tooth come off,
one, couldn't it?
you just about.
I'm assuming it's the same on this. Yeah, that makes sense. On the maintenance schedule for the FN82, which is very similar setup, it's got you regularly. What they do is they remove one or two, I can't remember, of these horizontal bearings.
Yeah.
And then you turn the turret, whilst brushing in grease.
I see. That's how they do it.
It's part of the lubrication setup for the turret. How often they did it, I don't know, because I don't have that access to that. But and I suppose at the same time you could examine the teeth, but whether they did or not, I don't know. It didn't say, because I was just looking at a lubrication chart.
And I got a question, how thick was the original Perspex in the 1940s, or acrylic
plate sheet?
Acrylic
it was
sheet.
about 4 millimetres.
4 mil, was it?
About that. That's done.
That's virtually the same
Yeah, it's virtually the same.
type of sheet, yeah. Oh, right.
So about 4 mil, whatever that was in.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more than an 8, isn't it? Yeah, so pretty thin, really.
Yes. Mind you, it wasn't going to stop bullets, was it? So really it didn't matter, it was only a windshield as such.
Yeah, it was exactly that. Yeah, it was a weather shield, wasn't it? Yeah, so since you've been, we fitted these. These are the ammo can supports, if you like. So the ammunition can, they've got 2 ammunition cans going each side.
Yeah.
And they just drop in from the top and then have a lid. So we've refitted those. We've refitted what's called the superstructure. So these are the things that support the gun cradles, that support the guns. I fitted the motor because it's quite fiddly. We took it. I've slightly done that slightly out of order, but it was easier to get. I think easier to get the motor in now than later because it gets harder and harder to get it in, and you've got to wire lock it. And then we fitted this cross member here, which supports just about everything. So this cross member is braced to the front. So these are going to be the supports for the jacks. So the elevation jacks come up and down, mount in there. The manual traversing control mounts in there, and then on top it has the fire control valve sits on top of here.
Yeah.
So that's the next lot that will be going in.
It's come on well, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just picking away through it.
Excuse me. I thought that base plate, or whatever you call it, would have been one of the first to go on, but it's not. You drop that on afterwards.
Well, you can put it on. It could go on now, but it makes other things harder because if you look here, you see this row of holes here, these little ones.
Oh yeah.
What that gets is so what that does is there's a 1/2 inch wide felt seal goes round here.
Yeah.
It's a dust seal really, and that's then retained by this thing. So that screws on there with a felt seal inside with some sort of special screws for the shoulder. And we haven't got the felt seal yet.
No.
So if I put the accommodation plate on, it just makes that infinitely harder to put on.
Yeah.
So and the accommodation plate's in 4 sections anyway.
Yes.
So because it's in 4 sections, you can sort of plop them on.
Yeah.
I mean, normally you bolt it all together and then dump it on top, but actually we'll probably have to build it on there. But I think it's actually easier to put it on later. I hope. So, yeah, so it's coming along. It's starting to look a bit like an FN5. Yes, it's starting.
Aid on the FN5 CAA logbook. This paperwork. Lancaster Restoration Company, defects and inspection worksheet.
So basically what we've got, just for this turret, it has its own work pack reference number, LRC Restoration 236. Right, so that's the CV tail number of the Lancaster.
Yeah.
So that's the date it was raised in December 23. And what you do is you go through the document, and you, as you take it apart, you record what you've done. So Bob puts the first entry in, Chief Engineer puts the first entry in, restoration of FM50 nose turret, serial number blah, to be carried out. So that's the first entry.
So this is to make sure it's airworthy, the paperwork for CAA.
Yeah, so it's Bob's sort of airworthy paperwork.
Yeah.
And then what we do, as we take it apart, we record what we've done. So the first thing, rotating servicing joint access panels to be removed. And then we've got 2 RSJ access panels removed. Initial it, stamp it, and put the date on you've done it. And then underneath, immediately, you put 2 RSJ access panels to be refitted, because then you can't forget to put them back on. So as you go through, you literally, then it's got cupola removed, cupola to be refitted, backrest removed, backrest to be refitted. So it goes.
Are these printed or written in?
No, I write them in.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I've done them in the past. I've done them on a computer. But it's a right royal faff.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's no better. In fact, it's worse, because you end up, you do it all, type it all on the computer, but then you have to do it again, because when you put it back together, you got to go back in. So basically, you end up with the order in which you took it apart, and then you get to the bottom, and then we reassemble it in the reverse. So basically, now I'm going back up.
So
going back up the list, putting it back together in the same order we took it apart.
Yeah.
Give or take. There's some things are slightly easier to do in a different order, so I have done.
Yeah.
But so basically, you come down, you go back up. In the end, everything, so like this page here, it's all signed off.
Yeah.
So everything that's been taken out,
it's been refitted,
has gone back in.
Yeah.
So there's an open entry. The first open entry is that one we were talking about, felt seal and retainers to be refitted. I haven't got the felt seal, so I've left it.
Yeah.
And then I've skipped that, and then I've carried on back up. So, and then again, lower small bearing housings should go on here to be refitted. Well, we've got an issue with the screws for that. The ones that came a little bit too long. So I've left that, but we can get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if something needs doing it to keep it in order, but I know I can get back to it, I'll leave it. If you get to something where you can't and you can't carry it, it's best to stop.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That
was interesting.
That's kind of how the paperwork system works.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
I'll let you get on then.
Right,
thank you.
Lunchtime.
Did you leave the winding gear unit? Oh, this is the winding gear.
Yeah, that's
by hand.
So that's the manual rotation. Yeah, so that goes.
Yeah.
You have to line it up.
Yeah.
To get to it. You will get there.
Yeah.
And that gets bolted in. We don't want to put that in yet because there's other things to go in.
Yeah.
Because the fire control valve sits on top of here. and the hydraulics for that come up through the centre. And when the fire control valve goes on, there's like a T-piece that's got to come up through here.
Yeah.
So they can't put that on yet, we're getting away. So I just make it harder.
Yeah. Right, thank you.
No worries.
That's another good story.
Another show.
Dennis is making a packing case for the FM5 cupola frame. This is going away to have the acrylic sheet moulded to fit. Hi Dennis.
You alright, man? Yeah. He's staying well clear.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I would as well, you.
Does he often miss? They come shooting out in all directions, do they?